Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Really quickly, when I say live, what I mean is I'm recording myself, seeing the information, seeing the data for the very first time. In other words, I don't know what's coming next. So if you are looking for a video where somebody's doing a trade recap or talking to you with hindsight in their favor, this won't be a video for you. But if you are open to the idea of an unscripted, raw, nitty-gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader and how day trading can play out, then I'm confident you'll find value here in the video. So I will pause the recording software for now, and I'll be back at the open. All right, watching 128 here for a potential short here on ZS. Short meaning I want to see prices go down and I will make money. So if prices go up, that means I would lose money. So if you're a beginner, yeah, believe it or not, you can make money in the market when prices go down. Again, that is known as shorting a stock or being short. But as of now, it bounced, so that setup's looking like it's not going to be valid. So, well, maybe it's coming back down. So I'll keep a close eye on 128. We'll see what happens. I'll go ahead and pause the software for now. Okay, maybe 128's coming into play. Would like to see this go green and then come back down. So let's see this thing get back up above 129 and then come down, and I'd be willing to take the trade. That may cause me to miss it, but if it does, then so be it. But that's just how I want to see the price behave first. So again, let's see it get up over 129. Just needs to go up a little bit more. How high did it go on that move? High up, 129. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. Okay, now we're in business. It went up over 129. So if 128 comes back into play, I will be interested. So maybe it's coming into play here. Watching very closely. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. Well, I looked away for a quick second, and that fast down below 128 it went, so missed that one. And that would be an argument against having multiple monitors, because with multiple monitors, I'm looking at multiple charts, and like I said, I turned my back, not even my back, I turned my neck to look over at a monitor, and then came back, and it was down below 128, just like that. So, yep. I get it on Instagram. It's cool to post pictures of trade setups. I got like 18 different monitors, but there's always a catch, and the catch is sometimes you can easily distract yourself. Not that I have 18 monitors, I only have 3, but you know, if I was locked in with one laptop screen, then I wouldn't have missed that one. But of course, there's always give and takes, because I mean, sometimes you're going to miss other stocks. So I mean, there's no perfect reason, but like I said, this would definitely have been, this was an argument, you know, against too many monitors. But okay, well, I missed that one. But good news is the market's only been open for 6 minutes, so let's see if there's any other opportunities that arise. I will pause. Okay, watching 167. Did I miss that one too? Let's see if I can get it on a back test. There we go. In at 167.25 on the back test. Let's see if this thing wants to come on down. First key break will be 167. Again, I am short, meaning I want prices to come down. If they go up, I lose money. So like I said, first key break at 167. Next key break at 166.75. So I'm just going to take out a neutral trade there. Well, not neutral. I made $5 on it. So with commissions, I don't know, probably like $3. Like I said, gave that one plenty of time, and it was not moving. And you can see right there, I did play it right as it's now bouncing. Now, if it does want to come back down, I'm still open at 167. But as far as that move was concerned, the timing wasn't quite there. And you can see as it now heads back up, played that one right to get out. But like I said, if it does want to come back down, then I'm not opposed to it. I'll go ahead and pause for now. Okay, actually watching 167.25 once again on this one. But I missed it. So a morning of being too slow. There it goes. Not that it would have been a total winning trade yet. I'd still need to have gone down more, but yeah, what's going on with ZS? Not a whole lot. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. Well, NVDA spiked upwards, which is now maybe giving me another opportunity at 167.25 if it wants to come into play, because that would be a very, very interesting candle. So again, keep an eye on 167.25 if it comes into play. But who knows? Maybe this is a legitimate spike. So again, I'll keep an eye on 167.25. Okay, and at 167.55. Let's see if we can get the breakdown here. Starting to get a move, kind of. So I just got to take that out. This thing does not just want to let go. And with NVIDIA, what I've learned is when it doesn't want to let go, you're really putting yourself at a higher risk of having it just snap right back in your face. And, you know, that's been a difficult lesson to learn with NVIDIA, but that's kind of part of when you get to know the personality of a stock. That's just how it goes sometimes. So, no, that doesn't mean that it's for sure going to snap back, but there reaches a point where it's like, okay, I've given you a chance. Okay, I gave you another chance. Okay, you had another chance. Okay, it doesn't seem like you want to quite let go. You don't want, it doesn't want to let break down. And, in hindsight, sure, Clay, you should have given it a little bit more time. And that's fair. Maybe I should have. But again, that's why trading's hard, right? Because we don't have hindsight. And even now, NVIDIA still just not wanting to let go, just still hovering right there. So, at this point, feels like 50-50 to me, and I don't like 50-50 trades. When I got in there, and to be fair to myself, I was right. It did eventually, it did break down and started to come down, but it just never gave me that push down through 167, and I just didn't want to. So maybe, is it finally going to go here? AVXL, that's an interesting 1160. Let me get that. 60 upside breakpoint. I do offer a private trading community, so I'm not just, talking to myself and, typing random things. That I am typing that to a chat room. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. All right, watching 128 here on ZS. Again, 128. Getting close. Yeah, 128 looks good. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. Okay, right there at 128, in at 128. Let's see if we can start to get some movement here to the downside. What's up with 127.80? Where did that level come from? Yep, out. So my timing very clearly off this morning. ZS, great setup, and then 127.80 came just out of nowhere. So I don't like that at all. And that's level 2s is where I'm using that as a tool. Let me get out my marker real quick, just because I know some of you may be like, level 2s, what are you talking about, Clay? That, whoop. There we go. This over here is level 2s. So I would highly recommend, especially if you're day trading, use level 2s. Keep those in mind. Yeah, ZS, what a bummer. But that's happened sometimes. A setup will look good, and then level 2s, a buyer shows up, and you're thinking, well, where did you come from? Tesla, just, yeah. I'd like to get involved in this one, but at this point, that's just flat out chasing. Oh, PayPal just sinking. All right, so a rough morning so far. 3 trades and $87. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm grateful for $87, but yeah, not exactly what I was thinking and how things would go. But maybe something here on Tesla. We'll see. Let's see if it wants to maybe come back down. Might be interested if it gets up closer to that 194 area, but we'll see. I'll pause. All right, I'm going to take Tesla at 193 if it comes down in a play. So a 50-cent stop. So it could put me red on the day, but not by much. But if I do go red, I'm just going to be done because it'll basically prove that I just don't quite have it today. And some days you won't have it as a trader. But tight stop. So risking right around $150 in at 193.01. And it's just a question of, does this thing want to break down or doesn't it? Let's see if I can get down to 192.50. There we go. Did not get filled though. Okay, there we go. Still got 75 shares. Stop is now at break even at 193. So if I see 193 on the offer, I'm hopping out. But I'll let this work for me now with these final 75 shares. But again, so it's a winning trade. It's just how big of a winning trade is it going to be, which is a good spot to be in, right? As a trader, if you're only worrying the world as how big is this winner going to be, that's a good spot to be in. Let's see if we can get a little bit more movement to the downside. $192 would be pretty sweet, but it's definitely there we go. So I'll take that $143 trade. Although a little less than 1-to-1. So yeah, I got a little too antsy on that last exit, and there's 190. Yeah, so my RVR there was off, not even a 1-to-1, since I was risking 50 cents there. But I think in the back of my mind, my confidence is a little shook because of the other trades where I just don't quite have the timing. That's why I probably got antsy. I'll have to reflect on that a little bit more, but off the top of my head, that's why. But overall, turned out to be a fine trade. Had the right idea, but that was so it wasn't a setup fault. That was a trade management issue on my part because I definitely had, if I played it right, I would have gotten way more than 1-to-1. But in the situation, because a little antsy due to the confidence, ended up with a less than 1-to-1. So that just goes to show how tricky of how fickle the mind is. And yeah, shame on me, but well, good. I'm good. I'm glad that we can, or you can learn with me. I know what I did wrong for sure, but I suppose it's not necessarily a learning lesson for me, but more of a reminder. Clay, you needed to stay confident. But yeah, my confidence was a little shook. And like I said, when I took that trade, if that was going to be a loser, then I was definitely going to be done. So there's probably a little bit of the in my mind, but I like to trade. I don't want to be done. So let's just make sure this thing's a winner. Probably a little bit of that going on too. But I don't want. It's not like it was a train wreck. I was risking 150. I made 143. So when I say it wasn't quite 1-to-1, I mean it was very, very, very close to 1-to-1, but not quite there. So it's not like it was a completely, it's not like it was a 0.25 to 1 or anything like that. It was like a 0.95 to 1. And what a bounce. Okay, maybe another setup here comes along. Could this really get up to that 194 area? I am very much so interested at 194 if it can get up to that level, but maybe that's me living in some sort of fantasy land here. Or do I go back to ZS? Because look at this, that 128 mark. Still just hanging out right there. Wow. Actually, more so now that I see, more so 127.50 is that key level. I'm going to get that alerted to the chat room. Although it seems to be bouncing up. I guess I could try 193 again. Same general idea. 193, 193.50 stop. 150 risk. So even if I'm wrong, I'm still about $80 on the day. But I've already missed that trade. I'd still like more so if it can get up to that 194 area. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. All right, going to go ahead and get short here. 127. Okay, I have 120 shares. So I got a partial. And I wanted 250. I got 120. So I'll just have to, I guess, go with this. And see if this thing wants to, oh great, a big bidder there at 127.50 again. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. I'll keep you updated on the trade. I'm not going to make you sit here through, who knows how long of consolidation. All right, maybe you're going to be getting stopped out here. So as of now, I'm glad I only got a partial fill. Because that is reducing the loss more. But yeah, it's hanging on by the skin of my teeth right now. All right, I will pause. Stops 128.50, so it's hanging around that area, and it's very jumpy. Okay, maybe. Okay, yep, got to get out. All right, so loss there. Up $109, 10 o'clock. I got to be done. This is just clearly not my day. And in all actuality, really, 30 minutes, making $100. Not what I wanted, not what I was planning. But not many places in the world where in 30 minutes you can make $100 for kind of having a very lousy, lackluster day. So I'll take it, and just didn't have it today. And sometimes that's just how it goes. But it is what it is. But like I said, I also want to keep myself in. I want to keep, I want to keep things in perspective. I mean, still made, even I feel kind of like ugh right now, and I'm sure you've had those days too, but think about it. Build perspective. Would I go up to somebody that makes a minimum wage, or let's just say even $50 an hour? Would I go up to somebody that makes $50 an hour and say, you know, I made $100 in 30 minutes and I'm not very happy about it? That person would think you're the greediest savage ever. So perspective matters, and I'm glad I got it where I did, because look at this thing, total turnaround. What a dirty dog. Beautiful setup, broke down, started to head down, and then just like that, came back up against me. But yeah, sometimes that happens. So, but yeah, it is what it is. So, well, there we go. So $100 in 30 minutes, I'll take it. Not a great day by any stretch of the imagination, but you can't be a superstar every day, and that's just the reality of the market. So if you enjoy these live trade videos, if you enjoy the transparency, I realize it doesn't make me look like a very good trader at all. But you know what? This is a real life look at how trading can play out. And you know, that's what it's all about, building realistic expectations with reality. So if you enjoy these videos, if you appreciate the transparency, hit that like button, leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Have a good one. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up, as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.